Hi everyone, it's Miss Mary Ellen. Welcome back to StoryBreak. Today we're going to be doing stories about houses and homes. But first, let's sing our getting together song, okay? The more we get together, together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we clap together, together, the more we clap together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we clap together, the happier we'll be. The more we sing together, together, the more we sing together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we sing together, the happier we'll be. Okay, everybody, let's do another song. Here's a song we haven't done in a few weeks. Old MacDonald. Okay, let's sing a couple Old MacDonalds. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had what did he have? He had a cow. I heard somebody say cow. E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O, with a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, our first story today is called Mousetropolis by R. Gregory Christie. And if it sounds familiar, it's because it's based on a fable by Aesop, who's a famous fable writer. Mousetropolis. Okay. Too much noise. In the wee hours of the morning in downtown Mousetropolis, City Mouse was wide awake. He needed a vacation. What luck! A letter came from Country Mouse. Quicker than a mouse can nibble through a wedge of cheddar, City Mouse was in the country and sitting down to his first country meal of rice, beans, and barley. Not for me, City Mouse said. So, what do you do for fun? On the way, ooh, this seems dangerous, City Mouse said. It is, said his country cousin. Keep walking. At the jamboree, City Mouse and Country Mouse danced and played music. Not bad, said City Mouse. But going home, City Mouse felt as if he was being watched. And he was. See the mice here? And there's an owl watching them. Later that night, it was too hot and too quiet. City Mouse and Country Mouse had the same idea. What do you think they're going to do? The cousins hurried toward the train and Swoosh, swoosh, chugga, 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 chugga. See the mice here on the train? The train pulled in. Home, said City Mouse. At the station, there was music and dancing everywhere. Busy mice did important things, and there was lots to eat. But, who's watching them? Meow, meow, squeak, 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 squeak. Quicker than a mouse can nibble through a wheel of provolone, Country Mouse was back in the country. Home, said Country Mouse. Home, said City Mouse. They each liked their own home better at the end, didn't they? Well, I have a couple finger plays we can do about houses. Do you know what a finger play is? It's when you move your hands in a certain way, and I'll go slow. So maybe then we'll do it twice, okay? Here is a house with two big chimneys reaching for the sky. Here is a window. Here is a door. If we look inside, there's a mouse on the floor. Okay, let's do that one again. Here is a roof with two big chimneys reaching for the sky. Here is a window. Here is a door. If we look inside, there's a mouse on the floor. Okay, here's another finger play that we can do about houses, okay? Here is a nest for a robin. Here is a hive for a bee. Here is a hole for a bunny. And here is a house for me. Okay, let's do that one again. Here is a nest for a robin. Okay, make your hands like a nest. And here is a hive for a bee. Okay, put your hands together and make a fist. Here is a hole for a bunny. And here is a roof for me. Okay, I have another story about houses, except this one isn't about an apartment house. Some of you might live in apartment houses too, right? And you know, sometimes if people are really noisy in another apartment, you can hear them. Okay, and this is called Noisy Night by Mac Barnett. It's a really tall apartment house, as you can see. What is going la 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 above my head? A man is singing opera above my head. What is going ma 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 above my head? A baby is cooing above my head. And the baby says, what is going ba 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 above my head? What do you think it is? Can you see the feet? Does that give you a clue? A sleep is speaking above my head. And the sheep says, what is going ha 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 above my head? Cowboys are laughing above my head. And the cowboy says, what is going wah, wah, wah above our heads? What do you think that is? A girl is playing trumpet above our heads. What is going caw, caw, caw above my head? A crow is squawking above my head. And the crow says, what is going rah, rah, rah above my head? Cheerleaders are cheering above my head. What a noisy apartment. What is going cha-cha-cha above our heads? A couple is dancing above our heads. Cha-cha-cha. What is going blah, blah, blah above our heads? An old man is hollering, go to bed! Maybe now it won't be a noisy night anymore. I have a game for us to play. I have a mouse. Can you see my little mouse there? And I have houses. And I'm going to put the mouse behind one of the houses, but I'm going to do it with my back turned to you so that you can't see what I'm doing. Is it here? 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 Okay. Now, we're going to ask, Mr. Mouse, which house do you want to ask about first? The greenhouse? Okay. Mr. Mouse, are you in the greenhouse? Let's take a peek. Oh, no mouse. Okay. What house do you think we should do next? The purple house? Okay. Mr. Mouse, are you in the purple house? What do you think? Let's take a look. No mouse there. Do you think he's in the blue house, the orange house, or the yellow house? Which one do you think I should do next? Yellow? Okay. Mr. Mouse, are you in the yellow house? Let's take a look. No mouse. Do you think I should do the orange house? Okay, let's see. Mr. Mouse, are you in the orange house? Let's take a look. Oh, you found him. Good job, everybody. You found Mr. Mouse. Okay, I have another book called Who Goes There? And this is by Karma Wilson. Okay. Who goes there? Do you know what that means? When you say who goes there, it means who is that? Okay? Louis Mouse lived all alone in a very small hole at the bottom of a very tall tree. When the first chilly howl of winter bellowed through the trees, Louis stuffed his nest full of leaves and twigs and grass. My nest is warm, squeaked Louis. My nest is cozy. But something is missing. What could it be? One thing Louis knew for sure, a long, long winter was coming, and coming soon. Ah, well, I will stay snug inside, nibble seeds, and sing along with the wind. But suddenly, over the wind's song, Louis heard something he'd never heard before. Can you do this with me? Scritch, scratch, tap, tap, tap. Okay, can we do that again? Scritch, scratch, tap, tap, tap. Louis shivered. His whiskers twitched. What could it be? Louis puffed up his chest and roared, "Who goes there? Who could it be? Who scritches and scratches and taps at my tree?" Is it an owl? A great horned owl? A great horned owl who was out on the prowl? He tiptoed to his door and peeked outside. He peered into the dark and saw nothing. Slam! He quickly shut his door and skittered to his bed. I must try to get some sleep, he decided. But just as he drifted into a dream, what do you think he heard? Scritch, scratch, tap, tap, tap. His eyes popped open wide. He clutched his tail tightly. What was that noise? Who goes there? Who could it be? Who scritches and scratches and taps at my tree? Is it a cat? A sneaky old cat? A sneaky old cat who is scratching like that? Once again, he tiptoed to his door and peered into the vast, dark night and saw nothing. All he heard was the wind. Since he knew he couldn't possibly sleep, Louis made a cup of raspberry tea with honey. He tried not to think about the strange noises. "My nest is warm," said Louis, "and my nest is cozy. But something is missing. What could it be?" His thought was rudely interrupted. What do you think he heard? Wrong page. You know what he heard. Scritch, scratch, tap, tap, tap. "Oh no," moaned Louis. He gathered all the courage he had left and hollered in his biggest voice yet. Can you holler along with me? Who goes there? Who could it be? Who scritches and scratches and taps at my tree? Uh-oh. Then he whispered, "Is it a bear? A big hairy bear? A big hairy bear who is tapping out there?" Louis lit a lantern and tiptoed to his door. Slowly, 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 step by step, he crept into the cold, windy night. Slowly, 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 around the tree he went until... "Who is it?" cried Louis. "Who goes there?" He saw two shining eyes peering out of a hole, another hole, in his tree. It's just me." And out peeked a mouse, a small gray mouse. My name is Joy." Louis blinked. He rubbed his eyes. "Oh," he said, what are you doing in my tree?" "Your tree? Don't be silly," Joy said. "It's my tree, and I'm building a nest for winter. But I keep hearing this creature bellowing in the night. Oh, it's so very enormous and frightful. Have you heard it?" "Yes," Louis said. He giggled. "That enormous creature is me. I'm Louis. I heard scritching, scratching, and tapping, and was afraid it might be an owl, or a cat, or even a bear. I yelled in my biggest voice to scare it away." Joy laughed. Oh my, now that I get a look at you, I don't find you scary at all. They both chuckled. You don't seem scary at all either, said Louis. I have an idea, Joy. If you'd like, you could take a break and come to my house for a visit. I have raspberry tea with honey. Joy said, That sounds lovely. I can bring some cross-top buns. So Louis led the way to his house. As they sat sipping tea and nibbling buns, Joy looked around her new friend's nest. This house is warm, she said. This home is cozy. Louis smiled. Yes, something was missing, but now this home is perfect. Do you know what was missing from his house? A friend. Okay, that's it for today, everybody, okay? It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, friends. Yee-haw!